As a filmmaker, I try to remain a neutral observer. But what caused me to tell Stan Grof's story, and what I learned in the process, made that impossible. My name is Susan, and for most of my life, I felt like I really didn't belong here. Like I was born on the wrong planet. All I could think of was how to go back. The magic that filled my dreams would evaporate with the daylight. For a while, ballet seemed like the place where I belonged, but even that eventually changed. Then in my early 20s, I tried LSD. For the first time, I felt lovable. Finally, I believed in myself, and everything changed. But without a structure to ground me, I made bad choices that harmed my body, and others that took years to undo. And then I discovered shamanism and learned how to journey. Up I went, past the clouds, beyond the Earth's atmosphere, until I was surrounded by darkness. I met my teachers and felt that I had known them forever. They healed me, helped me make sense of the world, and could explain anything. Once I even asked for a story, and they showed me one. I started to make changes that were difficult. I traveled to France and fell in love. But then we couldn't get pregnant, and I learned that if I wanted a baby, I'd have to tune back into Earth. When I thought my kids were old enough, I tried to reconnect. There were insights, but no upward journey to meet my teachers. In the search for another way to reconnect with them, I learned about Stan Grof.
Consciousness is not something that emerges as an accident after billions of years of evolution, something that requires a central nervous system.
And I had an experience that just really changed my life, both professionally and personally.
People get tranquilizers and get hospitalized for experiences that in other cultures would be considered extremely valuable.
Stan Grof is known as a pioneer of psychedelic psychotherapy. Drawing from his own experiences and from thousands of high-dose LSD sessions with his patients. The insights he gained personally, combined with the experiences of his patients, expanded his understanding of the human psyche. It stretched beyond the biographical information that begins after we are born to memories surrounding our time in the womb and during the birth process. His expanded map even included the spiritual nature of humanity, recognizing past life experiences and dimensions of consciousness we share with all of creation. Stan used these insights to co-found transpersonal psychology with Abraham Maslow, and working with his wife Christina, organized international transpersonal conferences around the world. During much of this period, Stan was also the scholar in residence at the Esalen Institute in Big Sur. Spiritual masters and groundbreaking pioneers representing a broad spectrum of disciplines were frequent guests at the workshops and month-long retreats he offered during his 14 years there. It was there that Stan and Christina developed holotropic breathwork, a breathing technique that could induce powerful non-ordinary states of consciousness, similar to an LSD session. I had to meet Stan. On some deep level, I knew he could help me find my way back in. When I learned he would be teaching a course, I signed up immediately.
I was so far talking about non-ordinary states of consciousness, But I have been all these 60 years now interested in a very significant, large subgroup of these non-ordinary experiences, for which current psychiatry and psychology has no special name. They're all put in the category of altered states of consciousness. What it suggests somehow is that there's a correct way of experiencing ourselves and the world, and that in these states it's distorted. We have to use this new psychology if we want to use effectively holotropic states. Like if we want to run psychedelic sessions or do holotropic breathwork, or if we want to work with people who are in spiritual emergency.
I had read about Stan's theories on how our experiences in the womb affected our unconscious, but to hear him explain it gave me a whole new understanding.